Hi, welcome to week 2 of creating screencasting. This week we're going to experiment with the tools, which should be really fun and exciting. Last week the material you all submitted in assignments was really impressive. I can't wait to see some of these storyboards turned into screencasting. To get started, I wanted to just give you a quick overview of the 3 tools we're going to experiment with: Jing, Screenr, and Screencast-o-matic. To produce this screencast tutorial, I'm actually doing a little cheating trick that you may want to consider too as part of your arsenal of tools. I'm using GoToMeeting to host a quote-unquote meeting, and I'm recording it so that you can see my entire screen as I activate these tools. So the first one I want to give you a look at is Jing. I've downloaded and installed the Jing client. So it's this little sun bubble that kind of hovers up on my screen. I can move this anywhere if it's in the way. If I'd prefer it to be on the right side, I can move it over here. So to activate the Jing recording, you hover over that sun, select the capture dimensions, and then you can drag and drop the dimensions that you want to record. Once I've dragged and dropped, I get my pop-up screen for either capturing an image or video. You can also turn on the webcam if you want. I have the Pro version of Jing, so I have the webcam available in that. But to capture the video, I'd simply click on that video, and we'll do that right now, and you'll see that the mic is on. It's capturing a video. You can tell by the running sidebar over here that video is recording. I can also see the seconds moving up as this information is being stored in recording mode. When I'm done recording, I simply click the stop. By the way, you can pause at any time too if you want to pause for a moment and maybe you lost your notes and you want to recollect that information. Start your recording back up, and when you're done, simply click stop. Now you have the option of viewing that video, so you can see exactly what we captured, or we can save that video. I'm going to go ahead and save it so you see how that works. Oh, I could also have uploaded it to Screencast. So I'm going to save this as week 2 Jing test. And it's saving in MP4. So that capture has now been saved. So that's a quick overview of how to get going in Jing. Just experiment, create as many as you want. You can delete them, restart. Next one is going to be Screenr. And Screenr is a web-based tool, so we don't have anything downloaded that we need to use. And I simply click, once I log in, be sure that you logged in to your Screenr account. You can log in with many social media tools. I use my Twitter account for my Screenr login. So now I'm ready to record. Oh, sorry, I have to launch the recorder. There we go. And it did initially download some Java, so if this is the first time you've used it, you're going to see that there are some requirements for loading. So now I can move this screen. If it isn't exactly positioned where I want it to be, I'm going to move it down a little and over. I can use the capture preset size, so if I want to go with a larger screen size, I can do that. And then it's going to capture my entire window. I can also reformat that screen by dragging in the corners. We'll talk a little bit more about screen sizing next week, but you see that you do have control over selecting that screen size. Now be sure that when you're using one of these web-based tools like Screenr or Screencast-o-matic, you have to launch it from the browser. So once you're ready to record, the next thing you need to do is set up your environment of what you want to capture. Once that's captured, okay, you click the red button to record. So we're going to go ahead and click that red button. You'll see, much like Jing, it counts us down. We're ready. And now we're recording our screencasting. So in this example, I might want to illustrate that for those of you that you might have done one of the other option assignments, be sure to go back and look at the others, because there's great material that you can look at from your colleagues and partners in this learning adventure. So you go through your demonstration, and when you're completed, it's also keeping a counter of how long your screencast is, so you know how to keep an eye on the time, and simply click Done. We then go back to our Screenr screen. Notice that I tabbed over in the browser window, and there is my screencast. So if I wanted to save this screencast, I can simply put, this is a week 2 Screenr demo, and I can save that. I can publish it. I don't want to tweet it out, but I am going to go ahead and publish it so that we have that. Once I've published it to Screenr, I can then get the file and download it if I want a local copy. We'll talk more about that next week. This week, what I want you to practice is just the screencasting mechanism. So don't worry about all of the saving of the files and everything else. The goal this week is to feel comfortable with the tool. So notice here that once I've got it up in Screenr, I can easily download that MP4 file. So I'll go ahead and download it just so that I keep all of my files together. And I'm going to save this as week 2 Screenr demo. And finally, the last one I want to demonstrate for you is Screencast-o-matic. Again, it's a web-based resource, so I go to screencast-o-matic.com. I have created an account, and you will need to do that also. And once you're ready, you've got everything set up, you start the recording. Screencast-o-matic is the one that allows the embedded webcam. That's the tool I used for the introduction last week. So it's going out and finding all of the information. Again, I can resize my screen to what I want. I can choose one of the preset. Maybe I want a full HD, and it sets that. Or I can use one of the other presets and size everything so that it's covering exactly what you want to show on the screen. You'll see that the webcam also allows me to turn it off or integrate the webcam. So this is where I could go ahead and stick the webcam in. Since I'm using the Pro version, I have some advanced features as well. So once I'm ready, I have to again prepare what I'm going to record. Make sure you're on the screen, that you want to focus on the content, and you're ready to record. So go ahead and click that Start. Welcome to Screencasting Demo. This is Screencast-o-matic. I'm going to show you some of our material in the course, yada, yada, yada. So this is really just a quick showing of those tools you're going to experiment with this week. Try them all, see which one you like best using. And that's all I'm going to save now for Screencast-o-matic. You click Done. This gives you an interface that you can load to Screencast-o-matic. You can edit it if you have the advanced feature. And I'm going to go ahead and capture the video file. And again, MP4. And it says what type, full size I want to save it in. And I'm going to save my video. What's nice about Screencast-o-matic, it does follow your mouse clicks and a mouse halo. And if you didn't want those, you could turn those on and off. If you wanted to remove the audio, you can also do that. So if at any time you wanted to re-record the audio on something, you could use that remove audio. So think about that, different options. Just examine the tools that are available, see what you can do with them. And we're going to save this one as week 2 Screencast-o-matic demo. So I've created 3 short demos to give you an idea of how they work. And I'm going to go ahead now and close this tool. And since I'm using GoToMeeting, I'm going to stop my recording here. But experiment, have fun, and look forward to seeing your screencast. Thanks. Talk to y'all soon.